What's up, YouTube? Last time you saw me, Kobe Bryant was alive and coronavirus was not even a thing. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to shoot a real estate video that looks a little something like this. First things first, we need to talk about gear. The gear that you need to have are a wide angle lens, a stabilizer, or a gimbal. And the third is a drone. Today we're going to be using a G Master 16 to 35 millimeter with f2.8. Okay, you want to do something wide because if you do something close and tight, you're not going to make the room look big. So if you look at these examples, if you use a tighter shot, the room doesn't look as big and you're missing a lot of the room. The second piece of equipment that you want to have whenever you shoot real estate videos is a stabilizer or a gimbal. And today we're using the Ronin S. I've been using it for the last 2 years. It helps keep everything steady and smooth, and especially when it comes to real estate, you cannot have anything shaky because it just looks like an amateur shot. So you gotta have a stabilizer. And the third and probably most important piece that can separate you from the pack of equipment that you can have to help you shoot real estate videos is a drone. In this day and age, if you don't have a drone, you're not going to really stand out whenever you try to get work. If you have a drone, you can get establishing shots, you can get bird's eye view, you can get parallax shots. So having a drone just really sets you apart from the competition, and it allows you to get shots that you wouldn't be able to get with your gimbal and camera. Alright, so now that you have all this gear, let's talk about what to do when you get there. The first thing you want to do when you get there is talk to either the real estate agent or the person who owns the house. Talk about what they want to show off, what they want to see in the video, and whatnot. Once you do that, now you kind of have an idea of where you want to start and where you want to finish. So what I did with this video that you saw, I started off with a drone video pushing in. And at the end of it, I had a drone video pushing out as the outro. Okay? So once you talk to them, get that in line, and now you know where to start. As far as movement goes, whenever you're using a camera on a gimbal, the best thing you can do is a push in. When you push in, so you're going forward like this, as you'll see in the examples above. When you do that, you're kind of emulating someone walking through the house, because naturally people don't walk backwards and people don't walk sideways whenever they look through a house. They're walking through a room, and you want to emulate that the best way you can, and really just put yourself in the perspective of a customer who's potentially going to buy that house. So the most safest thing you can do, and you cannot go wrong doing it, is just pushing in. Another tip, and a big tip to make it more cinematic, is if you put something in the foreground and you push past that, it'll reveal it in a much more cinematic way. So if you look at these examples, here's one without pushing, using something in the foreground, and here's one with using something in the foreground. So just always be sure to push in whenever you're walking into a room, okay? The second motion that you can do whenever you're showcasing something specific, like in this case, in this video, we used a chandelier that was at the front door, is you push in with the tilt up, okay? So you push in and you're tilting up, and we're showcasing the chandelier. So if you have something of that nature in your video or at the house that you're shooting at, try to push in and then push up whenever you shoot at. And then what you can do there is just reverse it, and now it looks like you're pulling out and tilting down to keep it level. Another thing you want to do before you start shooting is you want to shoot in log. If you shoot in log, you're actually preserving the highlights, because if you notice, whenever you shoot real estate videos, if you look at the windows, they're really blown out because it's just so hard, because you're not getting the same amount of sunlight and light as you are outside inside. So that's why you'll see in the windows it's super duper bright or super duper white. And shooting in log allows you to kind of keep that detail and allows you to color grade to your needs at the end. So please shoot in log. Now another motion that you can add whenever you use a gimbal and a camera is coming low and going high, okay? So I don't know what to call that. Let's just call it the crane shot, okay? I think that's what it's called. So you just start low and you rise up. It just adds a little more flair to your video, and yeah, so add that. Another tip that I'm gonna say is try to not show yourself in the mirror, okay? In this house, the master bathroom literally had a mirror as soon as you walk into it, so it was impossible for me not to show up. So, and of course, as you guys can see, you can see me, but the best thing to do is to not show up. Don't be like me, don't do that. Try not to show up in mirrors. In this case, it was impossible and really hard not to, so I just did it to just let you guys know what not to do. And this goes to what I was saying, you should turn on every single light in the house whenever you're shooting, okay? Also, in each room, you want to set your white balance to keep the whites as truly white as they can be, as true white as possible, okay? So go in there in each room, because every room is not going to have the same type of light. Some might be tungsten, some might be daylight, so you have to go in there and mess with the settings to make sure that your whites at least are coming out as white as they can, which is the most accurate color information that you can get. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. Really short, really straight to the point, and I probably missed a few things. So if you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments below. If you could do me a favor, hit the like button and hit the subscribe. It would really mean a lot. We're gonna start taking YouTube more seriously. Oh yeah, and don't forget, I'm going to be giving away $100 to one lucky random subscriber once I hit 1,000 subs. So right now I'm at like 680 something probably. So once I get to 1,000 subs, I'm gonna be giving away $100 that you can use on whatever you want. Gear, Bitcoin, stock market, anything you want, okay? $100 all yours. So please hit that subscribe button. See you soon.
Hop out, roll, pop it, pole, play it, froze, chain, Keisha, cold. One thing that we see.